A ruling by Maine's highest court today casts some doubt about the constitutionality of the voter referendum last fall that effectively blocked work on the CMP hydropower transmission corridor.
The ruling sends the case back to a lower court to determine whether the rights of the company building the project were violated by the part of the referendum that makes the new rules retroactive.
News Center Maine's Jack Molmid joins us now with the latest on all of this. Jack?
Amanda, this is a court ruling that we've waited on now for more than 3 months. Central Maine Power and the New England Clean Energy Connect have been trying to build a hydropower transmission corridor from Canada to Massachusetts for the last few years. The company says Maine would benefit from clean energy, and opponents argue the project will damage Maine's forests and wetlands. Last year, voters statewide ruled that a big project like this can't happen without legislature approval, putting a stop to the construction. But now Maine's highest court is saying that voter-approved referendum may have violated the company's rights. Here's how we got here. September 2017, Central Maine Power filed a petition with the Public Utilities Commission to start work on a nearly 150-mile-long project bringing energy from Quebec to the New England energy grid. It took until 2019 for it to get the Certificate of Public Convenience and Necessity to build the project. Work started with land being cleared for the corridor.
Honor our votes! Suspend the permanent!
But last November, voters approved a referendum that would require legislature approval for all projects in the same region the CMP project was being built on. And it would be retroactive to 2014. That part of the voter initiative was the subject of debate at a Supreme Court hearing this May, along with a whole other case related to the corridor project. A less than 1 mile part of land that is right in the corridor's pathway. Opponents of the project say the corridor cannot cross that section of land because it is public, protected land without legislative approval. But attorneys for the project say their permit from 2014 is still valid.
Is Maine a place where a project the state has already declared to be lawful, beneficial, and indeed essential economic development to combat the existential threat of climate change is subject to retroactive legislative confiscation?
But this Supreme Court ruling deals only with that retroactivity part of the referendum voted on last year. It's now up to a lower court to decide whether the NECEC had its constitutionally protected vested rights violated by the referendum. Attorneys against the project argue the contractors don't have those rights.
To have vested rights, you have to have several factors. And one of the ones, which we think is the important one, is whether your schedule has been artificially dealt with in order to achieve vested rights. That'll be what we'll be looking into.
And late this afternoon, we got a statement from the New England Clean Energy Connect project's attorneys. They say it is time to move away from the status quo fossil fuel companies who will undoubtedly continue their fight to maintain a stranglehold on the New England energy market. It goes on to say Maine's highest court has rejected their latest challenge as unconstitutional. And even if a smaller court says this project has vested rights, we're still waiting on the Supreme Court to rule if they can build over a mile of state-owned public land. We could see a ruling on that public land case in the coming days.
Jack Molmid, thanks very much. For the latest on this story and to read our previous reporting on it, you can check out the free News Center Maine app.